Welcome to the 290 Mo podcast. I appreciate you, brother's time. If you could, introduce yourself to my viewers and listeners.
Yes, sir. My name Magnif. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Chicago artist. Currently I got a project that I'm pushing. It's called Timeless, which is an EP. You know what I'm saying? It's some of my best work yet to come. You know what I'm saying? That's what's going on. We got upcoming events, all type of stuff. But just to get this thing cracked open, just to get started, that's what we doing. Timeless, and I got 2 singles I'm pushing. They going crazy right now. What's up with you, brother?
Okay, well, sir, appreciate you coming through, man. Who you got? Who you got in here with you?
It's my brother.
Okay, for sure. What's the word, brother? How you feeling?
Chillin'. I'm Keem Kong. You know, I be doing skits here and there, but trying to get back into them.
Okay, for sure. Let me know. So I'm trying to get in that shit too. On shorty, on shorty. But Mac, man, appreciate you coming through, man. How you feeling, man? What's the vibe like, man?
Man, I'm feeling good. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's 80-degree weather. You know,
Man.
sun's out, bun's out, so I'm out shit.
Oh
What's
yeah,
up?
on sure. I gotta see what's to that. On sure. I've been in the house all day, man.
Okay.
But yeah, man, I don't know how familiar you are with my content, man, but I like to get the full story as much as I can, man. But we definitely gonna get into these projects you got dropping. But to start from the top, man, where you from, where you grew up?
So I'm from Chicago native, born and raised, bred, all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? I spent time out south in the hundreds, also out west too, Humboldt Park to be specific. But you know what I'm saying? I stayed in the Austin area. I stayed in K-Town before. So you know what I'm saying? I'm one of them guys, I can move around the city and I'm still good. I'm well, you feel me? East side, west side, north side, all that shit.
For sure. And that's why we trying to tell people, like, they be thinking it's a strictly an out west show, but we gotta trying to tell people, like, I've been all over, sure, and everybody welcome, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm good in a lot of places, you know what I'm saying? And if you in the city, you know what I'm saying, that's just, you know what I'm saying, a part of it, you know what I'm saying? Moms move over here, grandma, you go stay with grandma, shit, all type of shit. You gotta go to school over here, all type of shit, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand where you coming from, man. But coming up in these environments, man, what kind of aspirations did you have? Like, coming up, what did you inspired to be? What did you think you was gonna be coming up?
So as a shorty, you know, the first thing was, you know, hustling, man. I was into trying to get some money, you know what I'm saying? In terms of like street shit, it was just influence from people that was older than me that was doing shit that I look up to because what they was getting out of what they was doing. As I got older, you know what I'm saying, I learned to just balance things out. You know, some shit ain't always what it's saying. You got to be able to, you know, think about shit past your thoughts. So when I say that, what I mean is when you decide to do shit, you got to think about it, you feel me? So having a conscience with the shit is something that I developed over time. But just as a shorty growing up, you know what I'm saying, coming up, listening to, you know, inspirations and influences like, you know, a Dipset, Twister, you feel me? Bump J, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne and them, Gucci and them came around, you know, we just added that to the sauce. But yeah, that's how I came up, man, hustling and, you know what I'm saying, a big factor, you know, when it come to values and shit like that, we kind of grew up watching Goodfellas and stuff too. So I like to have my way and just do things my way overall. So, you know what I'm saying, I want to say I'm spoiled, but, you know, I try to put myself in position to, you know, get this shit how I see it and how I visualize it. You know what I'm saying?
For sure, man. That's dope. And I never heard like people refer to like the hip hop artists like that, you know what I'm saying, inspirations and shit, because that's like real live, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of young males don't have like no real men to look up to, you know what I'm saying, and that's who we end up looking up to early, you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they do be spitting, you know what I'm saying, some knowledge within them bars, man. So
Absolutely.
that's dope to put it like that, man. And you named a couple artists, you know what I'm saying, but what was being played in the household, you know what I'm saying? Like mom's cleaning up, pops coming to pick you up, you know what I'm saying? What was being played in the household?
So yeah, man, coming up, man, everything from Biggie Smalls, Slick Rick, you know what I'm saying? When I was a shorty, my OG, she used to listen to Cash Money, guerrilla warfare type shit. The Block is Hot. No Limit was an influence coming up, you know what I'm saying? Who else? Just a bunch of old school shit, you know what I'm saying? Shit that came with it. So I was born in 88 and I grew up in the 90s. So it's safe to say, besides like, you know what I'm saying, the Scarfaces and some of the older legends, you know, those were some of the inspirations, that 90 music, you know what I'm saying, that hip hop feel and that R&B feel. I came up under them for sure.
For sure. Do you was it early when you knew, you know what I'm saying, you was gonna be this involved with music? Like, was it early or did that come later in life? Like, can you remember like being like, yeah, I wanna do that?
I knew I wanted to do it at 14, but I didn't know I was gonna be this involved. To circle back to your question, that was something that came with just, you know, me getting older and realizing that, you know, it's an investment of time, money, networking with the right people, all these things that come with it is something, once I found that out, that's when I decided like, all right, I'm gonna do this shit and stand on it for sure. But as a shorty, man, I was just having fun, you know what I'm saying? It was cool, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel good. I like the feedback, you know what I'm saying? Shit like that, performing, people excited and, as a shorty, you know how I go. Little girls like, oh, can I get a hug? I like your performance, little shit like that. So I was doing it for that when I was a shorty. But, once I started getting older and I realized that, you know what I'm saying, once you invest, you can actually set yourself up for like residual income by monetizing off your shit. Is something that you could do today and still get paid for next year, next 5 years, 10 years. That's when I was like, yeah, I'm about to stand on this shit for sure, for sure.
Where did you get that understanding for investment, man? Because I talk even today, I talk to a lot of artists who think, you know what I'm saying, everything. They don't understand that you gotta spend money to make money, you know what I'm saying, or you gotta pay to promote a project, you know what I'm saying. Where did you get, you know what I'm saying, the knowledge that you just can't go on your talent, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, part of it come from people that's astute businessmen that take care of business and shit. So just on a basic business level, no matter what you're doing, you know what I'm saying, on a simple form, if you selling bottled water, you know what I'm saying, you can get rich off of that. But guess what? You still gotta invest. You gotta get that case of water before you can buy it. But you know what I'm saying, other than that, it's just one day I was sitting down, I don't know if it was because of the gas I was smoking, but I was thinking to myself, like, how is it that when, just say for instance, for a basic example, Lil Wayne, right, he came out, like, how is it possible he can be worldwide and yet you still got people that's unknown, they not even known outside of their community that they grew up in? And when I thought about it and I analyzed it, I figured out, like, okay, that's what you call marketing. You feel what I'm saying? So it's like, no matter who you are, if you put the marketing dollars up, now you got people in Africa, people in UK, people in Japan, people in Taiwan that all can, you know what I'm saying, get that reach from you. You feel what I'm saying? But that's what it's going to take. You got to push this shit in order for it to get in front of the people. It's going to cost, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. It's part of the game. So, you know what I'm saying, we invest in a lot of stupid shit on the regular, especially the shorties, liquor, the weed, you know what I'm saying, kicking it, clubs, you know what I'm saying, the bitches, you feel me? So it's like, if you could do that with something positive and just, take a gamble, roll the dice on yourself, what's better? You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Before we get into your creative process, man, can you remember, you know what I'm saying, the first, you know what I'm saying, like the first song, the first rhyme you put down and called yourself, you know what I'm saying, being an artist? And if you could, walk us through that.
Man, the very, very first song, I don't know if I could remember the verse and just spit it, but I could kind of remember it. It'd be choppy. But that first experience was, like, I was one of the type of kids that I was always with older people, you feel me? Like, people my age was cool, but I was ahead of my time, so they wasn't my speed, per se. So it was crazy. As a young man, 14, 15, I'm with grown-ass men. They taking me to Soldiers at War. I'm watching them perform, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if people, you know what I'm saying, if you from Chicago, especially if you from out west and you was around that, early 2000s area, we had the Soldiers at War, right? So, you know what I'm saying, they put me on stage, you know what I'm saying? The way I got started, they gave me the little starter kit. The dude wrote me at 16, you know what I'm saying? I memorized it when it was time to perform it. I did my thing, no looking back, you know what I'm saying? Chin up, chest out, you know what I'm saying? And people loved it, you know what I'm saying? That feedback I got, that shit was amazing. But that was my very, very first experience of like, damn, okay, I could actually rap, you know what I'm saying? Then after that, I just start writing myself and I go back to them and be like, this my new shit. They're like, oh shit, you got it for real. We don't even got to write for you. Then from there, it was up.
So now that you writing, you know what I'm saying, you bringing this music to them, is you strictly under their umbrella? Are you booking your own studio time? Are you like, yeah, this is what I'm finna do? Is that when you come up with the name and go forward, or?
I'm 100% independent, man. Honestly, like, that era, that probably lasted a couple summers with them, you know what I'm saying? That was something that they was doing, but once I picked it up, I stayed with it. I'm not sure if those guys even still rap for real. But with me personally, you know what I'm saying, once I got that experience and I got a little bit older, start making my own money and shit like that, everything is out of pocket, man. I got all type of shit going on. I had a song called GGG, played on BET, played on what was it? What's that station? What's that name? Revolt TV. I got an upcoming show going on. I got a couple songs with El Hitter. Marketing, getting in the booth, everything is all for me. You know what I'm saying? Everything I do, and I got a lot of shit. And I ain't trying to be like big headed, but I got a lot of product out there, a lot of shit that I did that I can't even think of right now. But those are all things that was definitely, you know what I'm saying, self-invested for sure. That's how I'm rocking my studio time. Everything I do is out of pocket. So this way I know I got full control over what the outcome, but not just that, but also the profits. You feel me?
For sure. I'm the same way, you know what I'm saying? I don't even like too many people on my boat, you know what I'm saying? Because now I got to shut a fish, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely understand that. But before we get into into the music, man, I'm still want to talk about your career process a little bit more, man. Since you doing all this on your own, when you go to the studio and you working on a project, are you coming with notebooks full of raps? Are you working in the studio alone, punching in and out? What's it like? You know what I'm saying, when you actually working?
Okay, so it just depends on, you know what I'm saying, what type of vibe I'm on. I got projects where I just punched in and out the entire project, you know what I'm saying? But when I want to sit down and really put something to the people and just, you know, focus on the message I'm trying to get across, then I get to writing. When I do that, I got everything set in advance. So when I get to the studio, I'm trying to run through it flawlessly. You know what I'm saying? Time is money. I'm paying for the studio time, so I don't want to spend time working on, you know, my art and the performance. I want to have that shit together before I get there. So when I get there, we can spend the time on a quality mix and just, you know, networking and, you know, more moves and shit like that.
Okay. And what's the atmosphere like in the studio when you creating? You know, we got Bro with you right now, but is it a solo thing? Is you self medicating? Is what's it like when actually in the booth, man? Lights off. What's it like?
So it just depends, and you know, shout out to Bro. We got a song called Early AM. You feel me? That vibe was a little different. You know, we was smoking, we was chilling, we was chopping it up, we was bopping in that bitch. We had the engineer in that bitch bopping. We was turned. Some of my sessions I might be dolo, might be a serious vibe. It just all depends on what song I'm making. Like Groovy Baby, that was another one of those. Like we in now, you know what I'm saying? We chop, we high, we feeling good, we vibing. The beat sound good, the flow sound good, so it's just a good vibe. I got a song called Story Time. That's a more serious song. So with that, you know, we was still kicking it. We're gonna have a good time regardless. But for the most part, the tone was more like we standing on business type shit. You know what I'm saying? So it just depends, man. Each vibe when I go in the studio, you know, I try to make sure that it's going to be different, so that way I sound different on the song. You know what I'm saying? And that's all tailored to, you know, just what I got in mind. It could be a vibe, it could be a thought process, it could be a fire beat that I want to just go off of, but it just totally depends. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. And what is it? What is it about? You know what I'm saying, Mac? You mind if I could say Mac?
Yeah, for sure, bro.
Well, what is it about Mac that, you know what I'm saying, that made you? You know what I'm saying? Because it's your talent, you know what I'm saying, is like attaching like your baby to something, you know what I'm saying? When you attach your words to somebody, what is it about, bro, you know what I'm saying, that made you want to align yourself, you want to outside, you know what I'm saying, the family shit, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
Yeah, my bad, bro.
oh wait, I asked so yeah, you know you. But just shit, being around genuine people, that's what you mean.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro, cool as hell. So it's like I have my own issue going, so I'm just, I don't know, I was just rapping it out with him, but. Me and Bro rocked like the first time we kicked it and shit.
Well, what you see in him on the music side?
I see a different style, like he got a different, his whole delivery is like different. It ain't like the same rap, you know.
Yeah, and you definitely need that music, because if
It's
I
different. That Groovy Baby, that's a different ass song that
yeah
I actually like, and I know his words,
that's right. If I turn something on, I'm gonna give you a few songs. But if you sound just like my man that I'm already rocking with, I'm not gonna listen to that. You sound just like bro.
Type shit.
You know, I already listened to that. You know what I'm saying?
But that Groovy Baby different.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. So you know what I'm saying? And still kind of talking about having a team, man. What's it like, you know what I'm saying, working with other artists? Is that something that you cool with? Is it only people that you close to? Is it open invitation? What's it like working with other artists?
I like work with other artists, but you know, it just depend on how they come in, what their vibe is. Like when I make music with people, that's somebody I have to connect with on a mental level too. I gotta kind of like feel where you coming from as far as your thought process, so we can all make it work on the back end. Having chemistry on the track, that's important as well. You feel what I'm saying? Because these days, man, stuff gets so weird. Like you would be on a track with somebody, but it's like slick competition versus each verse, each chorus is complimenting each other. So I try to have a conversation with motherfuckers before I do anything with them. I want to see where they head at before we start to build that vibe, because I be in this shit for growth. You feel me? Don't just be like, okay, we finna do this, laugh about it, that's done. No, it's like, okay, we did this, now we finna go from A to Z. We got moves that's finna surround this, so let's get it type shit.
For sure. Also in the music, man, especially with black men in hip hop, you know what I'm saying, it tends to, you know what I'm saying, get more dangerous and dangerous, you know what I'm saying, with the jewelry and the clothes, you know what I'm saying, the people who have less and all, it seem like, you know what I'm saying, it's an easy come up. Is being in Chicago as a recording artist easy, or is it harder? Do you move the same? Do you move differently? What's it like being?
I mean, it's to each his own. For me, it's easy because this is where I'm born and raised, and I actually lived on the north side. I've lived on the west side. I lived on the south side in the hundreds. You know what I'm saying? I went to school at Simeon. You know, I've been in some of the craziest neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? I lived in Humboldt Park for about 15 years. I done seen the craziest shit ever firsthand. You know, I ain't no angel. I've been through some shit too. So just those experience, you know what I'm saying? And if you from Chicago, anybody from Chicago, they'll be able to, tell you from an outsider, obviously because you from here. Just say, for instance, if we was out of town, they'll be able to tell you, like, being aware of your surroundings, that's natural. That shit that you only got to think about when you're around here. When you in other places, people be so chilled that you don't really worry about bullshit, you know what I'm saying? I come from areas where it's like sometimes you got to be looking over your shoulders, you know what I'm saying? You never know where it's coming from, especially in Humboldt Park. Like, you know what I'm saying? When it come to that shit, it's like, it's crazy, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like at one point in my life, I was about 17, and my cousin, he looked at me like I was crazy. And I just simply told him, like, we come out, I know we in a dangerous area, but if it's going to happen, it's going to happen. So it's no point in being scared. You know what I'm saying? You being scared is going to hinder yourself. You might as well just accept whatever it is because there's nothing you can do to change the situation. And once I adopted that mentality, right or wrong, you know what I'm saying? It just made it easier for me to move because since I've been in places and seen so much people die, people I just chill with, people locked up, you feel me? All type of shit. So it's like, that shit make me feel like anything else I could get through. If I could get through this, anything else, this shit should be a breeze, you feel me? It's just, once again, paying attention to my surroundings, picking up on vibes, picking up on energies, paying attention to who I'm around, what type of energy they got attached to them. Shit like that make it easy for me. So when I go places, 9 times out of 10, I know people somewhere close by, but for the most part, I know how to move. I know how to scout. I know how to scan what's going on. Shit like that. So that's what make it simple for me. A motherfucker that's from somewhere else or not aware of what's going on or, just being able to understand what neighborhood you in and shit like that, it could get catchy. It could get real tricky for them because they unaware at this point. You know what I'm saying? For me, I've been through it. So
For sure, for sure. And just with your insight on the world like that, man, what's your thoughts on the industry, you know what I'm saying, the music industry that you're a part of, you know what I'm saying, like the artists and other people that you see at these shows and these studios and hit you up to work. What's your overall opinion on the industry that you're a part of?
I think that the industry is diverse, more diverse than people realize. It's just that, sometimes when certain things trending like drill, they'll think that, that's the official face of the city. But, if you're really from the city and you active with what's going on, you will see that, we got poets, we got dancers, we got people that play instruments, we got singers, we got so much talent. So I think, you know what I'm saying, it's very, very diverse, but it's just, a little undiscovered and a little underrated because we don't got a lot of major labels and shit like that here. So, you know what I'm saying, we don't really get the right lens, if you will. We don't get the right look from the people, the right angles for them to see that it's more to us, for sure, for sure.
Okay, for sure, man. Got a few more before I let you get up out of here, man. What's your favorite part about what you do, man?
I can't, it's an outlet for me, man. People ask me, like, why you do music? I know you've been doing it for a while. It's therapy, it helped me, express my creative side. It helped me grow creatively, and I love the feedback, you know what I'm saying? Those 3 things are my favorite parts of it.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, what's your support system like? I talk to a lot of artists and they be like, man, my biggest fans, my biggest supporters are people I ain't never met before.
Yeah.
People that's hundreds of miles from here, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's your support system like, man?
That's true. I got some that's close and I got some that's far as well, but it's pretty solid. But, it's just anytime I got shit going on, like I got an upcoming show this Saturday, I got people calling me that I ain't even expect. They're like, hey, man, we saw it on social media, we pulling up. So I think that that's a solid support system, so I got a nice amount of people trying to pull up and shit. But, with anything you do, no matter what it is, it's just, the more you dedicate yourself to it, the more you go attract the right people and they go support you. But, if you just sitting back and you looking for the support, that's when it's going to be challenging because everybody want to be around the winner. So when you got the ball rolling, it's easier for motherfuckers to contribute and be like, I want to be a part of this because I see it's actually growing. So it's like, if anything you do, just get the ball rolling, stay down, you know what I'm saying, stay dedicated, you know what I'm saying, and people go accumulate, you know what I'm saying, the right people, which is more important, you know what I'm saying.
For sure. A little earlier, I asked you about your favorite part about what you do, you know what I'm saying? What's your least favorite part? If you could take anything away about what you do, what would it be and why?
Oh man, the one thing I would take away is, I think that in this industry, man, it could get a little janky, you feel me? So it's people, in this game that present themselves as people that could help you, but, they look for a quick play and they might not be necessarily legit about the moves that they offering. So that's the one thing I'd take away. If I could fast forward the people that's, not really, legitimate and just gets all the people that's, gonna help out the movement, people that I could help, they could help me, and, we contributed to each other. That'd be the one thing I could keep. But I'll take away the fact that sometimes, you got to deal with, some trash people to get to the A1 people.
For sure. And I want to ask you a kind of like a 2-part question before I forget, man. Real quick. What's your views on the promoters, the contests, the slot giveaways, And then if you could, if it ain't too much, go into what's a Mac performance like? What goes into one of your performances?
Okay, let me see. And my performances in particular, my thing is, I want to give it my all, you know what I'm saying? Give them my 100%, you know what I'm saying? I just want to have a good time. As long as people, enjoying themselves, they dancing, they smiling, they feeling my vibe, then, that's a good time for me. That's what I do it for. But, in order for that to happen, I got to give them all of me. So that's my performance, Some of my performances, I might start off on the stage and end up off the stage. Sometimes I might just be super lit and I'll go to people's table and I'm, trying to connect with them for sure, letting them know like, hey, okay, you saw me up there, but you about to feel my energy up close and personal type shit. In terms of like, what was the part one? You said it was something about the promoters.
But yeah, what's your views on like? I asked artists, you know what I'm saying. Some artists think it's real, some think it's fake. But like
Okay.
the slot giveaways, the promoters, the contests, you know what I'm saying. Is that something that you participate in? Is that something you?
Absolutely, that's something that I would participate in. But I just say that type of stuff, you want to go into it having a plan already. Make sure you get your content. If you can record your footage, get that content because you can monetize off of that. If you're able to network with people, that presents a good opportunity because sometimes it's important people in the building that could take you to that next level. So that's the cool part about it. But for the most part, I say focus on yourself, focus on your craft, continue to get better, get your fan base up and shit like that. And then when you're ready to pop out and connect with the people, use that as a situation for just a stepping stone. But I wouldn't go into it thinking like, hey, I signed up, for this, hopefully I get a deal. That's not the right mentality. You just want to do you, leave some impressions, with the right people. You feel what I'm saying? And people go come along. Shit like that.
Before we get into this new work and this show, what's the goal, man? Why you do this? Why do you write? Why do you come to these podcasts? Why do you book these shows? What's the purpose? What you trying to obtain?
I feel that the message I have, I think that it'll benefit everybody. So I want to express it on a global level. For me, it's not just about the music. When people listen to my music, they'll find that, it's substance in it. I talk about different shit, stuff like working out, stacking your bread, building your credit, trying to get out of debt. Just being conscious about your moves, you know what I'm saying? When you make decisions, just understand what come with it. You gotta do what you gotta do. Ain't no shade on nobody, but have a full understanding so that way you chin up, chest out versus, you throwing rocks high in your hand, you doing shit, but now you telling on somebody. Just think about the shit first. I talk about real shit, you know what I'm saying? I'm a young man, but I still got old school values. Like growing up, it was a lot of messages in rap, you feel what I'm saying? Regardless if it was a gangster song, you still had something that taught you a lesson or was a positive message. So I want to kind of bring that shit back too, you feel me?
For sure, man. That's dope, man. That's dope, man. So this Saturday, what exactly going on this Saturday, man?
So, you know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Salute, Megastar, you feel me?
Megastar, what up?
Yes, birthday bash / they doing an artist search for the DJ Fleet DJs.
Okay.
So yeah, they looking to put some bread behind the artist, little shit like that, / birthday bash. So I just finished my project once again. Timeless is out. So, these are opportunities to, just get in on as many different outlets as I can and once again push that message universally.
Okay. Where's the show Saturday?
It's going to be Joe's Bar and Grill. That's out there, Maryville, Indiana.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out to DJ KC's and Ren Terry too for sure.
Okay, yeah, I already know it's gonna be busting in that joint, man.
Yup.
Going into a show, what type of preparation goes into a show, if any? Like, do you just have the music down pack and then the performance is a vibe? Do you in the mirror one to one? What goes into the preparation?
It just depends. I'm a real busy man, but if I can get time, I would like to at least take 2 or 3 days out the week. Dedicate 30 minutes to an hour to just practicing shit like that if I can. For the most part. But going into it, man, like I said, I'm busy. I do everything, bro. Like I do marketing, I do the booking, I'm putting up my own bag. I'm inviting the people. My last show I opened up to, once again, shout out to bro. I opened up for Beanie Siegel and I was literally on stage and motherfuckers calling my phone like, hey, I'm at the door, I need a ticket. So I'm really orchestrating and organizing everything from start to finish. So it takes a lot. It's to the point where now I'm about ready to outsource and really hire like an event planner, some shit like that, just so I could level it out and just focus on the creativity and the performance side. You feel me? But yeah.
That's dope, man. You sound like the music version of 290 Mo podcast.
Let's get it.
Shorty, man. That's what's up, man. So the project Timeless, man. Give us a synopsis of the project, man. What can we expect?
It's a lot of different vibes, on that project. I specifically went into it, not wanting one track to sound like the other. I want it to be very, very diverse. So that's what it is. It's called Timeless because, You know what I'm saying? I want you to be able to transition the era. So it's like, say for instance, you had old school music that you can still play today. That's what I'm aiming for. I want some shit that 20 years down the line, you could be like, okay, this that shit I could still rock to and turn it on. I want something that you could take an older person from the age of, maybe 59 all the way down to 17, 16 years old that could still catch on to it, still connect with it, and still vibe with it. So that's why it's called timeless. I wanted to transcend the eras. I don't want it to be about just this moment, this era, but later on in life, I want you to be able to go back to it, still get something out of it, still be able to rock to it, bop to it, and have a good time to it as well.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Who else is on the project, and what is it about a song that to you is timeless? Like, what are you looking for? Is it the words? Is it the music? Is it the hook? What is it that they be like, yeah, this is one of the ones?
It's the words, and it's also just the vibe on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, circle back to Groovy Baby. Like, that beat could be a rap or R&B beat, but the type of instruments that he used, it's like energy infused to give you a boost. It's like one of them songs that make you feel good just off the bat. So I got that. Then I got songs about personal experiences and shit like that. And there might have been some street stuff that I was going through. So that one a little bit more heavy on the emotional side in terms of like, oh, okay, yeah, he was into some shit. But I like to, once again, switch the style, switch the message and shit like that as well. So, it's something for everybody on there for sure.
Okay. With this project, you know what I'm saying, is this like the big one? Is this a stepping stone for the next project? Is you pushing this one and taking a break? You know what I'm saying? What's it like, you know what I'm saying, once a project is complete, you know what I'm saying? What's the mindset after that?
The mindset now is, instead of spending dollars in the studio, unless it's some shit that I, already had planned out, now it's about just getting it to the people, you know what I'm saying? Making the music is one step. Once again, everything is fully invested for myself. So now that next step for me is, shooting videos to all the songs, getting on more platforms, just pushing that project, because the project got 7 songs. So it's like I got bangers. As far as the features, I got a remix with Bro, you know what I'm saying? Early AM, then I got the Early AM Flow, the original version, and then also L Hitter. I got another project that's about to come out once I get done, with this, or at least till I get a chance to get a break from this. That one is going to include more features, because I got features, that I haven't really promoted heavily, and I got some that's not out. But that I want to do something special for the city. The next one is going to be called Homegrown. From there, you know what I'm saying? Bro, he's definitely going to be on it. My boy Drastic, L Hitter, he going to be on there. Max Julian, shout out to them. Probably Verse the God. I got quite a few people. It's gonna be Chicago based for sure.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. But right now it's timeless though, for sure. At least, to the end of this year, I'm going crazy.
Okay. Since we got y'all both right here, what's Early AM? What's that about? You know what I'm saying? And after that, I heard you mention El Hitler a few times. If you could just talk about that connection and what's it been like working with him.
For sure. Early AM, my take on it is, it's a fun song, man. When you got them nights where you've been kicking it all night till it's like 3, 4 in the morning, and it's like it's almost like a high, because your brain have sleep, but you still turned at the same time. So that's what that song about. It's about them late nights, you kicking it, you know what I'm saying? You got your lady, you got the gang with you, whatever you finna do, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you kick it all night, then you got that check-in, like, I bet, we done, we finna go.
It's in the crib right now.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying? So that's what that's for, you know what I'm saying? It's a chill vibe, but it's also, a party groove too. What's your take on it, broski?
That's what I get up out of it. It's a nice little chill vibe, late night. I cruise to it.
Facts. Lakeshore Drive type. I feel that.
You both vibes.
Yeah.
Like, both fun, just like Jiggy.
Yeah, for sure, man.
The way you get it right.
I feel that.
Is it easy working with each other? Is it like a working environment? Is it like a brother environment? Is it a party environment? What's it like? You know what I'm saying? Being working together and being homies. You know what I'm saying?
Often that's a solid environment for me, because I don't know. Bro got me more hip to being on point with, like,
For sure.
Cause he's showing me, like, bro, you got it. Just keep pushing yourself.
Stick to that shit.
Shit, my take on it is, we get in, we conduct the business as far as like get acquainted with the engineer. Everybody comfortable, we cool. Now we finna execute this song. But in between time, while we laying down the song, we really just kicking it for real. Like we just partying, we kicking it, we grooving. And we just happen to make a song too, type shit.
Okay, for sure. The L Hiller connection, man. What's that like? How you make that connection? Is it strictly business? Is it personal? If that's something you could talk about, and what's it like been working with him? Is he Hollywood? Is he down to earth? What's that?
Okay, that's a great question. Shout out to bro. I originally met him through Instagram. You know what I'm saying? I had a song that I was pushing at the time. I sent it to him, and he responded. You feel me? In no time, like this shit hot, bro. He shared it on his story, gave me a shout out, shit like that, and that's what made me want to engage, you know, a little bit more with him in terms of like working and shit like that. So we put something together, you feel me, with one song. That's how we started out with It's a Throw. That shit went crazy. He pulled up on when we did the video. Once we did the video, that's when I met him personally. Super down to earth, man. Cool as hell, you know what I'm saying? Humble guy, you know what I'm saying? You could tell, you know, he definitely came from different elements when it comes from the street too, because it's like, although you got your persona, you still got a certain humbleness about yourself as well. So that's one person I fuck with for sure, personality wise, music wise. Yeah, then bro, he be turned
and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right, type shit. You know.
For sure, man. So before you get up out of here, man, what's something that you want to leave the people with, that for somebody who may be watching or listening and may be seeing you for the first time, what's something that you would want them to know about you? What's a song that you would point them to go listen to? Any of that?
Okay. Groovy Baby. Go check that out. Once again, you know what I'm saying? There's good vibes in there. You could dance to it, you could hustle to it, you could clean a house to it, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you're trying to do. Out the box. I'm shooting a video for that at the upcoming event this Saturday. So those two, look out for it. Besides that, you know, Timeless, you know, early morning flow with bro, King Kong. You know what I'm saying? That's the movement right now. That's what's going on.
For sure, man. I definitely appreciate y'all time, man. It's the most valuable thing we got.
Yeah.
Before y'all get up out of here, man, let the people know where they can find y'all on social media, where they can find the music, the work, whatever y'all got going on.
For sure. You want to make it easy, you could Google me, Magnif, M-A-C space N-I-F. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Instagram specifically, that's Magnif_YG. That's MACNIF_YG. Then Facebook, you catch me at Magnif the Artist. So.
And then you can catch my Facebook at Keem Kong, but my IG at KeemKong31. And I do got a nice single that I did on my own called Humble, if y'all look it up on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Like I said, appreciate y'all time. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
You too, broski.
In a minute, gang. Damn, did he do it?
Did he?
Hey, look, man. I ain't throwing no black man under the bus, gang.
Nah,
That's how I'm coming.
He had the right answer. He did it.